I got to get me one of these big logos. Look at this thing. It's like Superman and America meets football and a microphone, and it's got his name in it. And we kind of get around the area where it's an uncomfortably unmacho last name in a lot of ways. It sounds like Hannity, and that's a rough one. You know what I mean? It doesn't have the most oomph. It doesn't have a like sparks. You know what I mean? That's kind of, I gotta say, that was a gift of my birth. I mean, obviously, Hal is first name is a bit rough because he's always the second tier dude in all the movies. You know, it's always the ex or the new boyfriend in the rom-com. His name is Hal and whatever. And I mean, I got Shallow Hal and Malcolm in the Middle's dad. You know, some of that works out. And I'll always fall back to 2001. But Hannity, you know, this is the best you're going to be able to do with a name like Hannity. And Hannity. Insanity. And Shanity. So here we go. Let's, this is very short. But Hannity has a message for the Biden sycophants, who he apparently doesn't believe exists. Or believes everybody in the media. Is that where he's going to go? What do you guys think? Are the Biden sycophants, are they all... Yeah, that's got to be it. Let's find out. Ding! Music.
I have an important message to all you elected swamp creatures in Washington, D.C., your willing accomplices, your press secretaries, and the media mob. You know, it is frankly repulsive.
Hey, wait. You don't get to leave me out just because I'm not in the greater D.C. and New York area. Fuck you, buddy. What about the dregs of the internet, you know, corners of the vlogosphere, live streamers with a chip on their shoulder that's literally a cat named Chip sometimes. You know, what about, huh? You know, plucky, tenacious, funny, interesting, kind to a fault. What about me, huh? I don't feel seen.
Just repulsive that all of you Biden sycophants, you sit idly by.
Okay, all right, okay. Now I feel included. Okay, here we go.
You say nothing, you do nothing as Joe Biden completely mismanages COVID-19. You're supposed to be public servants, right? You're elected to be a public servant, serve your constituents who now 2 years into the pandemic, over the Christmas holiday, most Americans can't find a COVID test or get one, or they have to wait for hours. That is inexcusable.
Hold on, asshole. First of all, you're vaccinated at a place with a vaccine mandate, and you pretend that they're somehow un-American. Secondly, the rush for Omicron, the rise in the number came specifically because this one was so virulent that a lot more people were getting it, and people who'd already been vaccinated, who didn't need to be tested and weren't worried about it, and they want to know the difference whether they had the flu or just like a winter cold and actual, COVID-19, the Omicron variant specifically, while all the while not being hospitalized. While cases are up 140% because testing is available, hospitalizations and deaths are down 3% and 21% respectively. This is also like, you can't even get a test. Well, that, you know who's hearing, he's catching shit from? All the people who don't want to get vaccinated but have to get tested every fucking week. And now because of Omicron spreading around, a lot more people need to be tested, and so they ran short on them. You know what the Biden administration did? They responded in less than 2 weeks, and now they're sending out 500 million tests.
You're putting petty partisan politics over the right of any American at this late date to have access to testing on demand. You know what that makes you? You're all enablers of failure. Would you give Donald Trump a pass like that? Never. The American people don't even have the
therapeutics? What?
Therapeutics and monoclonal antibodies. We've had them for 18 months. Americans.
Yeah, but they're not using them in mass. They don't need them in mass. And they don't always work. And the people who are the furthest along, who end up dying from it, are the ones that they don't work on. They are using them. That's why the hospitalization versus death rate is also starting to move apart. That's why the deaths are down, even when the hospitalizations rise in places. Because they do have access to it, fucko. The Biden administration's already pre-bought the Pfizer COVID pill, which is, was set to come out in October, and they've ramped up production and helped them get it out by June. They're responding to the reality, but they were left behind the 8 ball by Trump going, spending the better part of a year going, China is doing the best they can, and yet they're awful. Also, send them all of our beef.
Desperately need them. And guess what? We could bring it to them. We just use Operation Warp Speed, make all the tests.
Oh, son of a bitch. How did I... Hold on.
Captain's log.
Okay. Use Operation Warp Speed. You mean the thing that scared most Trump supporters away from using the vaccine? Because it sounds like shit is being rushed? Operation Warp Speed. How about Operation Safety First? Nah, fuck that. That sounds weak.
Need Operation Warp Speed for monoclonal antibodies. Operation Warp...
Oh, suck. God damn it. Do we have to do this every time? Hold on.
Captain's log.
Okay, here we go.
Speed. We can do that for the antiviral drugs that
Captain's
are
log.
now being released. We have fully vaccinated Americans. Those...
Dude, they are doing all those things. They're just not calling it Operation Fart Steed.
Captain's log.
Fully vaccinated and boosters, those with natural immunity are now testing positive in the millions. We've had monoclonal antibodies for 18 months. And again, you won't speak up because Joe is a Democrat. Just like you protected him, you let him...
Nobody's not getting monoclonal antibodies that needs it. The fuck are you talking about? I mean, I appreciate you showing a picture of the Capitol at night that's live. Why don't you show me a couple of cases in, hospitals in rural Montana where they've run out of MABs and they don't have them because Biden's dragging his ass and going, fuck it, Wyoming didn't vote for me anyways. Why don't you put that on screen, Sean? Why are you only on 26% of your screen right now while you're telling the news? What is this to show? What the fuck are we seeing? If you're making the case we're run out of monoclonal antibodies or not enough people are getting them, show me fucking article after article or after article, or have a guest on. Maybe he will. I mean, I doubt it in 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Have somebody come on and go, yeah, we work at this hospital out here and we've been trying to get monoclonal antibodies and the Democrats have been shutting us down. The fuck are you talking about? And again, why are they not rushing to... Shit. I mean, do I have to fucking bring it up every goddamn time? Hold on. This is what Sean Hannity is doing, by the way, to avoid talking about the jobs numbers. Let's see. Biden, admin, Pfizer, COVID, drug. All right, here we go. You mean like this, fuckhead? Biden administration to increase supply of game-changer Pfizer pill. President Biden announced that his administration will double its order of Pfizer's scarce COVID-19 antiviral drug, which has been shown to reduce hospitalizations from 20 million to 40 million. They will not be ready right away. Only 35,000 of the additional courses will be delivered this month, 50,000 more in February, because they're making them as fast as they can, supplementing the 350,000 treatment courses that are already expected over the next 2 months. So they're adding another 35,000, another 50,000 to the 350,000 that are coming out in January, February. It's like Biden's doing his own version of Operation Fart Steed. Yes, and monoclonal antibodies aren't necessarily helpful with Omicron at this point. They don't know. They save them for the people with Delta, which is going to fuck you up. And again, nobody's not getting them. The fuck is he talking about? There was a rush on tests because Omicron appeared and it spread really fast. That was the one marker of it. It also, a lot of people are riding it out.
In the candidate protection program in 2020, you let them be in the presidential protection program now, and that makes all of you repulsive. It is beyond inexcusable. When do you stand up?
What the fuck do you mean presidential protection program? He just had a virtual meeting with all of the governors on camera, and they talked for like fucking 3 hours, and he just did another 2-hour call with Putin, and they're still doing other shit. What are you talking? Like, again, this is so lame. This is where they're using the fact that Trump was never working and always in front of a microphone to when somebody actually goes and does the goddamn job, and they're like, "Where's all the footage? I need more footage of Biden fucking up." All we've got is, can he do at least 2 stutters a show so I can run it on a fucking loop? Meanwhile, was Hannity running any of the
look,
any of that stuff? Was he
free health care for illegal? Look,
did he ever?
The Burmese executives. So this Burmese, they say, pronounce it Burmese.
Yeah, did they run any of this shit?
Action replays in magnified fashion.
No, did Sean, did you run a fucking loop of that stuff? Because that was just in the last year.
I have a mouth that wants to save our country. When they gaze upon Yosemite.
I mean, for fuck's sake. Did I see DeSantis breathing like he has COVID? No, I haven't seen that. CSL, you think you could maybe find that? Denver, do we have that? I'm kidding. I can look it up. Let's see. DeSantis breathing. That should probably do it, right? Is it on Twitter, probably? I would guess. Whoops.
Who's our Florida DEO secretary. We also have Chancellor Henry Mack from the Florida Department of Education. Brad Ferguson, Senior VP and General Manager, Skywater, Florida, and Dale Miller, Site Director, Skywater, Florida, as well as Representative Fred Hawkins. Manufacturing is something that we need to do better job of. And we've worked really hard in Florida to have more opportunities with vocational education. We have expanded our manufacturing footprint in the state of Florida, and we want to continue to be able to do that as we go.
That dude is, as someone who's fought a fucking cough the last couple of days, that's what that is. That moment where you're still talking and you're like, I have a cough coming up. Can I push it back down? This is bad. I don't think he'll die from it or whatever, but this isn't good. This sounds terrible. He sounds like he's walking stairs during an interview.
Forward. Semiconductors are a huge issue. If you look at how the supply chain works, we are overly...
We're overly dependent on other countries. Yeah, Arizona's got that handled, fucko. We're not building semiconductor facilities in Florida in swamp territory. They like dry weather and cold underground. So you're going to lose to Seattle, Northern California, and Arizona.
Dependent on foreign nations, including Taiwan, which is a good ally of ours, but which is one that, is under really serious pressure.
Dude, fucking, here's the thing. Stop being a macho prick and take the days and go, yeah, I got Omicron, it's fucking with me, but that doesn't mean we're going to do blah, blah, blah. And, like, this is terrible. This is a bad idea. It's like when Trump walked back from the hospital and was like, everybody's like, the dude was near death, and he was, like, probably shaved a year off his fucking life just to show off, and he took his mask off, and he's like, remember that shit?
I'm the Communist Party of China. And so we have an opportunity to do more here in the United States. And I think the more we can do manufacturing of semiconductors here, the better off we'll be. So today, I'm proud to be awarding $6 million to build infrastructure that will connect southern Osceola County to the emerging Neo City Technology District. This district is already home to 6 companies, including Skywater Technology, a U.S.-owned and operated semiconductor foundry.
Oh, yeah. That's that fucking, man, that's that cough ripple when you're trying to not cough, right? Right? I know, well, there's no shame in it, for fuck's sake, man.
While this award will
asshole.
support nearly 5,400 jobs, Osceola County officials estimate that this could lead to tens of thousands of jobs once it's fully developed as Osceola County continues to grow. I'm also awarding.
For his sake, if he's got one of them, I hope it's Omicron. But, I mean, it's very possible he could have the flu and Omicron, which is going around down there as well. I don't know why he wouldn't get his flu shot, just probably same issue. Because you're fucking meeting everybody. At a certain point, you got to inoculate yourself. When you're engaged with the public that much, trust me, I know. You might want to inoculate yourself and wash your hands more frequently. Kind of, you're always traveling in a foreign country when you're in the public eye. You just have to live like that. Because you're meeting all kinds of people from all kinds of places with all kinds of pathogens. And there's no shame in it. Just take care of yourself. I don't know if this is long haul after effects because it just happened.
Valencia College with $3.7 million to create new programs that focus on workforce training for chip and semiconductor industries. Through this program, students will be able to be certified in operating, repairing, and designing the robots that are used to create semiconductors in just 14 weeks. Valencia estimates that in the first 2 years, 100.
Fucking hell, dude. Take better care of yourself. Again, I can't stand that fucking dude. I think Hannity is a disgusting human being. I don't want him to get sick and die. I don't need anybody to lose lung tissue because I disagree with them politically. That's fucking awful. Go fix yourself. Have a spokesperson talking to your face. Go, yeah, he caught Omicron. It's a bitch. It gets in your lungs. It'll fuck with you. He's taking some time out. He's fine. He'll recover, but he's being smart. As a smart executive, he's doing what he would tell other people to do, which is take some time and heal so you don't spread the disease and so you don't kill yourself. What the fuck? Grow up. God damn it. And this is somebody who currently, technically, I guess with this, I'm working sick, but I've worked on, there are a couple times on Queer as Folk, especially, where because we were up in Toronto and it was wintry a lot, I and some of my castmates got sick or some sort of flu or cold started spreading around the cast and none of us could go home. And as an actor, you just got to keep fucking working. Because if one of the crew gets sick, they can find a replacement. But one of the cast gets sick, you just can't shoot that day. They can shuffle some stuff around for a day or so, but if you're out for more than a day or two, you fuck the whole episode. You endanger your job. So people work sick all the time for other people. If it's really dangerous, people will bail out.
20 people will be able to graduate and immediately find work.
Right. Meanwhile, I'm sure Hannity texted him, the Canadian flu, right?
American people. What did Joe say? He said, I'm going to shut down the virus. There's no federal solution. You need a test, just go out and Google it. How about for once, you stand up for the American people and what is right, and that would be testing on demand, therapeutics on demand.
First of all, what the fuck does testing on demand mean? Like they Uber to your goddamn house? Yes, I don't sound like DeSantis. That's right. That's because I treat my body better than he treats his in all reality. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Welcome. Testing on fucking demand. What kind of socialist bullshit is this? I'm serious. Like, this is the asshole who was like, because there's no federal response because we got to work with the states. If the states don't have testing available on demand, the federal government can support them if they ask for it. But if they're not fucking asking for it, or in the case of like Abbott or other places, they're stiff-arming the federal government until it's too fucking late. How is that Joe Biden's fault, asshole? This is the exact opposite of what was going on with Trump. The states were asking for help, and Trump was stiff-arming them. The opposite is true. The Biden administration, anything we can do, you let us know. We'll get you what we have. If we need to get more stuff, we'll start ordering it for us. Let us know. And there's like a bunch of Republican states are like, fuck it. It's over anyways. Who needs it? People don't like to get tested anyways. We've got other solutions.
And antivirals on demand. Not that complicated.
Yeah, it's not that complicated. Testing 340 million people on demand anytime they fucking want. That's not that complicated. Antivirals on demand? What the fuck do you mean on demand? Again, may I remind you, this asshole thinks that Medicaid and Medicare are socialism and that they are going to lead to communism and that the NHS in England is the sign of the end times. And then he's like, on demand, I want testing on demand, I want antibodies on demand, I shouldn't have to pay for it now, and you're like, they're doing all that stuff. What the fuck does testing on demand? What kind of commie bullshit is this? Hold on, wait. I feel like I don't want to say that I disagree with him all the time. Some people might find themselves agreeing with him. Why would you think such a thing? Finally, it is nice to have you join the team, Comrade Hannity. Yes, the government should supply all things to all people on demand. Now, we can demand that you stand in a line and get it with toilet paper shot, microchip, they send you back home and all these things, yes? Yes! Finally, Sean Hannity has joined the Communist Party. Yeah, congratulations, Comrade Hannity. Yes, it's nice. Yes, it's nice. Hal Sparkoff is my name. Chemenchis to Blucha, which means the less you know, the better off you are. In Hannity's America is okay.
That's all the time we have left this evening. Please set your DVR. Never.
Well, no, excuse me. The state insists that you start from the beginning and do it all again. That's you're under orders. This is how we do. I'm sorry. It's how life is. Fucking hell. I mean, is the irony? How's the irony not lost on? Is it just there's no one in the stuff? Like, do you realize what he's asking for? Like, he's basically calling for Medicare for all from the Fox studios. I mean, seriously, is there another explanation for what the fuck he's doing? Testing on demand and monoclonal antibodies on demand. On demand. You don't even have to be fucking sick. On demand. Why? Oh, so I can avoid vaccination, which is really what this is about. Right? Isn't that really what this is all about? Testing on demand and monoclonal antibodies on demand? Because that's what you want if you don't want the vaccine that's also available on demand. It actually is available. Shit.
It's an episode. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Hey, click, hey, fuck off. No.